Incoming Commissioner Lonnie Talbert is here, and we're talking to him about his race and how he got into it, how he got into the campaign. Welcome to the show, Lonnie. Appreciate you coming in. Take us back in time a little bit and talk about when you first decided to run for commissioner and how that came about.
Right. Well, thank you very much for having me today. I appreciate this opportunity. The end of 2011, probably around December 2011, I had been noticing that our current county commissioner for District 4 had just been in the paper a lot, had really started to have a number of issues occur that I thought were a distraction to actually the success of the commission in the county. So I started exploring it, started thinking about, what would it be like if I were to run for county commissioner. And in January, I made the decision. I did a small poll and polled some constituents in the district and found out that they were ready for change. They were ready for a new commissioner. And so January of 2012, I decided to put my name in the hat and actually registered March of 2012 when
and
county
what did the
commissioners
poll
do.
suggest? That you basically did a poll on yourself?
I did a poll on the current commissioner. I did a poll on their willingness for change and some of the issues that were occurring, as well as some approval ratings of the governor and the president. And the current commissioner that is currently sitting, he had a very low approval rating. So we recognized that he was vulnerable and that the constituents of District 4 were looking for someone new.
So the time was right. In politics, timing is everything, and I think you made the decision at the right time. I know you had some issues there, and we're not going to get into that because I may have them on this show at some point.
Sure.
But and the timing was right for you. So that was so the primary reason for you was you were looking at the polls and stuff. But was there any other issues besides that you thought, well, this is what I would like to work on? Or any kind, was it the economy, or was there anything else?
Yeah, we were focusing on in our accountability, transparency, respectability. What we were seeing at the time is those things were being overlooked by the current commissioner, and that the opportunity to really bring those things back into focus in the county was critical, and the timing was critical. Everyone in the national sector as well as local were really getting fed up with career politicians.
Correct.
And so I decided that, being not a career politician, that the timing, to your point, was exactly right, and that I could actually bring those things back: accountability, transparency, credibility, making sure we had lower taxes, into the forefront, rather than distracted by other events that weren't really necessary to the county's growth and improvement.
And you won by a landslide. Did you expect that?
I did not expect that at all.
That
not like that. We were confident, but we were
all kind of. I was very surprised by the difference there. I mean, you had 80% of the votes, and that was pretty. I knew you would. I mean, we all predicted that you will come out ahead. We just didn't realize that it was be such a landslide there.
Well, we didn't take any of that for granted. I was actually, my wife and I were actually walking up until that Sunday before Election Day, because we wanted to make sure that the constituents of District 4 knew why we were running. It wasn't so much as to why the current county commissioner needed to be removed. They were going to make that decision on their own. I wanted them also to feel very comfortable as to why they were voting for me. And when they went to the polls to vote, they showed us that. And with that kind of win, it was really amazing. But to your point, no, we didn't expect anything like that. When election night came around and we actually saw the first results start to come in, we were blown away.
You bring the private sector experience. You've been involved in pretty large businesses there. Do you think that's going to help you as far as being a commissioner when you're actually in that, when the campaigning is done, now you have to govern at that point. So how do you think that's going to help you transition into being a commissioner?
Well, I think it's going to help a lot, because I've actually managed budgets of $100 million plus. I've actually created jobs in the workforce. I've actually been able to collaborate with not only my peers in the industries that I'm in, but also across the aisle, if you will. So I think it's going to be a big help. And a lot of times, the county commission role, there is a lot of finance that goes along with that. Correct. Whether it be our bond rating, whether it be the budgeting, whether it be making, choosing priorities around how we're going to spend the taxpayers' dollars respectively and responsibly. And so I think that the private sector business experience, specifically financial services that I have, and being the chair of many nonprofits, is going to be hugely helpful.
When you're running for an office like that, I mean, just so the viewers understand, I would like to understand, do they actually do you sit down with other commissioners and say, just to see whether it's something that you really like to do? So how did you find out about the exact nature of what a commissioner does?
Well, I did some research on my own. I also went to some trusted advisors, some people that I trust in terms of what they knew about the county. I met with some past county commissioners, and then I talked to some current county commissioners as well, to your point, to make sure that I understood exactly what I was getting into. Because a lot of times we have this thought of what we think something's about, but really a county commissioner and the county, it's a big mystery to a lot of people. So I was able to meet a number of key individuals that helped me understand exactly what I'd be doing. And some of it I was like, wow, okay, I thought that's what that it would be a part of. And others I was like, not so much. So
that's great. Hold that thought for a second. We'll be right back.